Hello, everybody. This is Steve O'Reilly with SkinnyPost.com. We are joined today with David Bowens, linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. How you doing today, David? Thanks for joining us.
What's up, Steve? Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's good. Good to have you. Good to catch up with you again. We had the fortune of catching up with you before, a little bit before the season, and now we're into the season. We're going to just kind of get a flavor of what's going on out in Cleveland. You guys had a couple of wins back-to-back, sandwiched by a bye week. That were real impressive. You beat the Super Bowl champions last year, and then last week you beat the Patriots, and you put it on them. Talk to us a little bit about how you guys are feeling right now as far as the team is concerned, and what's going on out there.
We're feeling confident. We're feeling like we can play with anyone. Each week coach gives us some game plan specific things that we need to focus on winning the game. And I'd say for the last month or so, we've gone out and practiced, and we focused on what we needed to do and win, and executed on Sunday.
Yeah, I noticed in against the Saints, you guys showed a little different look in the front seven. There was a lot of guys standing up. It looked like at one point, I think there was only one guy or two guys that had their hand on the ground, and it looked like you were trying to get a little confusion going at the line of scrimmage. Is that something that is new, or is that something that you guys have kind of had as a package defensively all year? You just broke it out, or talk to us a little bit about that formation and how that all works.
Well, when you're playing Drew Brees, arguably one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league, if you give him a clean look at your coverage and what's going on, who's blitzing, and so forth, he's going to find out where the weakness is and exploit you. So what we wanted to do was walk around, and coach basically just said, I don't care what you do before the snap, just end up here. And so it obviously worked well for us, causing some confusion with their front and also with the quarterback.
Now, you personally have had a great season so far. I think you were shocked everybody a little bit with a couple of touchdown celebrations, and at the AFC Defensive Player of the Week at one point a couple weeks back against the Saints. You had your hands on the ball and got into the end zone. What did it feel like doing those long-distance jaunts down into taking it to the house, so to speak? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, the first one wasn't that long. We had him backed up in the red zone. The ball hit me in the face, bounced off one of his offensive linemen. I kept focus on it, picked it up, and scored. But the second one, it was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I was reading Breeze. He had his eyes on his running back. Our secondary did a great job of coverage. And what happened was we knew that if his primary receivers weren't open, he was going to check down to the running back. And I just read that. Our offensive line did a good job. Our defensive line did a good job of getting pressure on him and forcing him to make a throw. And I was fortunate enough to get there.
Yeah, it looked good watching you get downfield and get in that end zone. That was pretty cool. Let's talk a little bit about Peyton Hillis. This is a guy who is come in and done some real good things for you guys. When he's healthy, he seems to add a mentality to what you guys are about. Physical team, tough-minded team, kind of grinds it out. But at the same time, he's busting long runs, so he's kind of doing everything. But he has that physical presence. Does the defense and the rest of the team, do they feed off of that when you guys are watching him just bowl guys over? And how does that translate to your side of the ball?
Well, first of all, it keeps us all off the field. I'm playing, Tom Brady, Carson Palmer, Drew Brees. That's another way to stop them, is to keep them off the field. And so when our offense is out there and they're sustaining drives, and you see Peyton going out there and he's being physical, all you can do and all you want to do is support the guy and just go out there and play as tough as he does. Defenders don't know how to hit him. They hit him low, he jumps over them. They hit him high, he runs over them. The guy is definitely an up-and-coming back in this league, and he plays like he's going to be a Pro Bowl player at some point.
Yeah. Now let's talk a little bit about McCoy. He's a young quarterback. He kind of came in, and everybody didn't really know what to expect with him, but he's played really well. And I think the thing that everybody's noticed is he's shown a ton of poise. Did you get the sense of that this guy's got a lot of poise for a young guy coming in and kind of getting his feet wet in the NFL?
Yeah, you never know what a rookie's going to bring to the table until he's thrown in the fire. His first game, he had to start against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is the best defense in the league. And so, with the different looks that they present and the confusion that they cause and the pass rush that they have, I mean, you kind of worried and see how he was going to do. But I thought he went out there. A lot of people thought he went out there and played a heck of a game. And that week, he knew he was being speculated. He knew there was some concern with the team. And what he did during practice was he called us up and broke us down. He told us not to worry about him, that he was going to do his best. He was going to play good. And, after that, after we lost to Pittsburgh, and he performed well, we just kind of, everybody just sat back and said, don't worry about this kid. We'll do our job and he'll do his. And it showed in our last 2 wins.
Yeah, and you guys have been getting better and better every week. So you've got to be feeling confident now going into the second half of the year. I mean, if you beat a team that had the best record last week, you got to feel like there's nobody that you can't beat right now. I mean, is that the feeling you guys have going into the second half of the year, that this is still wide open?
It is. I mean, we don't feel like we're out, but at the same time, we're humble with our approach. We know that on any given Sunday, anybody can lose. So, what we want to do is not have a cocky and overconfident attitude, but to keep continuing to work hard, understanding, that we did do some things that weren't so well on Sunday, self-correct that, keep moving forward. And, each game plan is going to change each week on how to beat different teams. And if we can just focus on those things, we'll be fine.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, David, for taking time to talk to us today. We want to wish you the best of luck in the second half. And, the AFC North is a tough, tough division. You got some solid teams. So you got to bring it every week, but we know you will. We want to thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Thanks, Buck. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime. Well, I'm Steve O'Reilly, and that's David Bowens, and this is SkinnyPost.com. We're giving you the skinny 24/7.